This is how to draw Frankenstein's monster. The original idea was borrowed from Art for Kids Hub, so if you'd like to see the original video, I'll leave that in the description of this video. Write your name and teacher code on the back of your paper. Flip your paper over and you're ready to begin. So near the middle of your paper, you're going to make kind of a U shape, a wide U shape. So carefully and lightly sketch your U shape. Mine is about 4-ish fingers long. Then you're going to add a C shape for each of the ears. Do your best to keep them even. We will continue by adding the top of the head. So you're going to just extend this line from the ear up a little ways on both sides. And then you're going to start making a zigzag for the hair. So start just beyond that edge of that line and make a zigzag going across for the hair. Then you're going to go up and you're going to make little spikes here. And then you're going to make a curved line that meets up right there with this spiky spot. So carefully draw your line up to meet there. So we have our hair. Then you're going to add a slightly curved line near the top of the head and some lines to make it appear like stitches. Inside of the ear, you want to make kind of a 6 type shape on both of the ears. Then you want to add some circles for the eyes, probably just about this area where the 6s are in your ears. Draw some circles that you can fit your finger inside of. So if you draw it and your finger doesn't fit, make it a little bigger. And we're going to draw a over-exaggerated highlight circle right up in a corner. And we'll understand what's going to happen with that later. Then just below that, make a U shape for the nose. And down a little farther, make another U shape for the mouth. Next, we need to add the bars to Frankenstein's monster's neck. So you start by doing 2 horizontal lines on each side, and then a rectangle to complete it. And you want to add some eyebrows. And now we're ready to start adding the body. So we're going to come down here and we're going to create another U shape that is not quite as wide as the head. So carefully sketch. If you need to turn your paper, turn your paper. Sometimes it makes it easier to turn it. After you have your U shape, you're going to add the bottom of the shirt down here by making another U shape that follows that bottom line. And it should be maybe a little bit skinnier than your finger. Next, we're going to add the arms and the shirt. So you'll make 2 diagonal lines. Try and make them similar. And a slightly curved line to attach that. And then a curved C shape for the hands and thumbs. And then for the feet, you're going to do yet another kind of C or U shape here. Kind of an elongated C shape. One going that direction, one going out this direction. And then we can kind of make them a little more 3-dimensional by adding a line just underneath that skinny line on both sides. Then for some final touches, we can give him a line down his shirt and some buttons. Make sure your buttons aren't too tiny. And maybe a pocket. You decide if you'd like him to have a different shirt style. When you're all done with pencil, you can grab a black marker to retrace your lines. I want to start with the eyes first so that we can see how to keep that highlight from shrinking too much. let me zoom in. And what you're going to do is you're going to carefully trace your circle of your eye. And notice how some of it disappeared. That's okay. And then you're going to trace on the outside of that highlight and then color in the rest very carefully. So it sort of shrinks a tiny bit, which is okay. So go around and then around that circle. So hopefully you didn't draw it too tiny, it didn't disappear on you. If it did, that's okay. Go ahead and finish very carefully tracing all of your pencil lines. Select some Halloween kind of colors and begin to color. Remember when you color to press down hard enough that you do not have white spaces. Really take your time, stay inside of those lines. And also, I don't have a lot of gray crayons. So to get this gray, what you can do is, for example, on the foot here, is you can lightly color with the black. So it almost looks grayish. I'm not pushing very hard. And then you can go back over it with white. This time we push harder. And when you push down, it kind of blends together and makes a nice gray. So if you can't find a gray crayon, that's a way that you can get gray, because I know I don't have too many grays. Then go ahead and finish up your coloring. Really take your time once again. You can also add some lightning bolts here in the background if you'd like, so that when we add paint, we have this neat lightning bolt effect in the background.